clear to engage.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. This is MazezRealm once again, and this is another episode of my Behind the Gamertag series. And for those of you who haven't watched the series before, this series is actually about hot button topics that affect us as the gaming community, and I basically talk about those particular hot button topics, and they basically deal with all kinds of things: everyday life, gaming, people in the gaming community, gaming personalities, all that good stuff. But for this particular episode, I'm going to be talking about what makes Call of Duty bad. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking that I'm going to be talking about host migrations, lag compensation, laggy players, terrible players. But what I'm really going to be talking about is the actual community who plays this game. They actually sincerely make this game bad. Why, do you ask? Well, let's take a look at this game. I'm playing a team deathmatch on Turbine. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, the game has actually been going for about a minute and 30 seconds. And that's, a normal thing. The game starts, usually first blood happens within the first, 25 seconds of the match. And the reason why it happened about a minute and a half in is because the entire enemy team was camping in this building on Turbine. And you might say, well, they'll probably camp in a corner for maybe the first 2 minutes of the match. But in this particular case, they were camping with full intention to never leave this area. And I just want you to see the score right now. It is officially 2 minutes and about 20 seconds into the match. And the score is 4-8. 4-8. I know that this map is not very big in comparison to Battlefield maps, for example, but this isn't Battlefield. This is Call of Duty. And the fast-paced nature of this game is meant to force players to not play like this in order to do well. But you might be thinking, well, they're doing well. They're winning. The score is 6-8. But this is why they're winning. Let's take a look. This guy all the way at the bottom has got a 3-kill streak. Why does he have a 3-kill streak? Well, this is why. Well, he ended up dying in that time by me, who was trying to flush these guys out. But as soon as he spawns in, just keep an eye on what he's doing here. Just keep an eye on what he's doing. He's covering the long sight line so that he could get back to his place. And now he's camping adjacent to the area where he was holding down with his team before. And he's using an LMG with a target finder. Now that he's killed, or attempting to kill, the people in this area, guess what he's doing? He's going right back to the same area. Right back to the same area. There's where he's going, right here, with his teammates. Isn't that amazing? I think it's perfect. And look what he's doing. Camping with shock charges and akimbo Raficas, or B-23Rs. That's what he's using. And now he's just camping that one spot. This is what the team was doing on this match, the whole match. So let's go to another teammate here. Let's go to this guy here. He's got a 3-kill streak. Let's check out what he's doing. Oh, I see. He's doing the same bloody fucking thing. He's sitting in the corner, looking down his sights, and just waiting to ambush the enemy. This is exactly what makes Black Ops 2 frustrating. It's not the weapon balancing. Yes, it can be the lag compensation, but that's another subject for another day. In this particular time, I'm talking about the Call of Duty community as a whole. And this is how they play. This is how they play. Let's go to this guy. Let's see what he's doing. Suppressive fire. He's not even paying attention to what he's shooting at. He's just using suppressive fire and just emptying his mag. And then, when he's reloading, guess what his teammate does? Gets right in front of him to cover him while he reloads. And this is what's doing. You might think that this is great teamwork, but I assure you, this is not great teamwork. This is not great teamwork. Look at his team. This is where his team is right now. Let's look at it from my perspective. I was very frustrated at this particular time. I very much was. I was switching from every class that I possibly knew what to do. That's all I was trying to do. I was trying to switch to a class, and I didn't know what to do. I just picked a sniper class to see if I could at least pick him off from long range on the doors. And that's all I could possibly do. I was really trying my hardest to win this match. Even though I should have dashboarded, I did not do that. Why? Because I wanted to prove a point. That players like this don't have a single bit of skill. So here I am, firing aimlessly to try to get them flushed out of this area. I'm trying to suppress them as well, to try to get my team to do something. But in the meantime, this is what my teammates are doing. Look at them. They're dying and they're spawning in way across the map, and all they're doing is just camping themselves. This whole lobby was full of people camping over and over and over again, and the only time that they weren't camping was to go right back to the spot where they were holding it down. Now look at this. On the bottom left hand side of the map, this teammate finally killed somebody. And then, of course, when that guy spawns back in, he starts firing his gun automatically, and then he's just waiting for people to be drawn to his fire so that his teammates could actually hold down the building even more. So now, you see that I finally assaulted the building. I went in here and I cleared them all out. And this is how oblivious this team is. This is how oblivious they are. They're still sitting in the corners. They don't even know that I'm in here. And I flushed them all the way out. Let's actually take a look again at how I assaulted this building. Let's take a look. Let's back out a little bit here and see how I made it in to this building. I died. I switched to my MTAR class with Ghost, Scavenger, Toughness, and Dexterity. And for my equipment, I am using Smoke Grenade and Semtex. So now, what I wanted to do is, since nothing was working, I threw smoke in their face. I went in for the kill, got a flak jacket, my hit marker, and then shot the guy who was still not knowing where I was. This shows how much skill, or the lack of skill, that these guys actually have. So I'm moving up a little bit here. You guys saw this part already. I throw a Semtex, it doesn't kill this guy, and my teammates aren't doing anything to help me. They're just sitting camping little tiny sightlines inside this building, and they're not doing a single thing about it. This is what they're doing. So finally I got a chance to destroy this Guardian, and finally flushed him out of the building. But do you think that we kept him out of this building? Absolutely not. Check to see what happens. Check to see what happens. I am trying to hold it down as best as I can, but I die. I die. And now these guys are slowly moving together as a team to move back to the building. And just look at the little crosshairs and cursors, I should say, not crosshairs. Just look at the little indicators here. My teammates are just chilling on the back of the area where they spawn, taking their sweet time, and meanwhile, they take the building again. They take the building again. And now there's 2 minutes left, and they're up by a bunch of points. The score is 41-26, as you see here. And I'm trying my hardest to get in here and knife the guy and die by an explosive. This is what I have to deal with as a Call of Duty player who actually strives to help the community get better by making YouTube videos and basically, you know, trying to come up with tutorials. And to be completely honest, I was so dumbfounded by how these people were playing the game that I had to make an episode of why the Call of Duty community has gotten so angry and very hard to deal with. And this is why. It's because we have to deal with frustrating matches like this. That's what we have to deal with as Call of Duty players now. I remember the days when in Call of Duty 2, when both teams would try their hardest to win, and when one team would beat out another team by, like, say, a score of 75 to 68 or 69 or even 70, and it was a really close game, basically what we would do was congratulate the team that won. It was good sportsmanship. We would pat each other in the back, and we would be really excited to go to the next match and try to compete and do well and win. But what these guys are doing are a whole different thing. They're doing a whole different thing. Because at the end of this particular match, they were talking absolute shit to the team that lost. They were talking absolute shit, and they were camping like that the whole game. I'm not one to complain about things normally, and bitch about things, and post them on my channel. But guys, for real, let's talk. Let's play the game the way it was meant to be played. Competitively, and with an edge. That is how this game is supposed to be played. Not by camping like a bunch of bitches. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this commentary. And until next time, this has been MazezRealm. I'm out.